What's going on, everyone? It's Rich Haywood here from Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC. Man, this place still sure looks a whole lot different than what it used to be. Why does it look so different? Well, it used to look a whole lot like this. But then something happened. And that was sad times. But all might not truly be lost. Now it's time to see if we can even restore or salvage some of these items. So come along with us and take a little journey on a show that we would like to call Retro Rich's Restorations. All right, guys, welcome back to the table. Today, we've got an oldie but a goodie. What do we got? That's right, folks. That's right, I did it. It's E.T., the Extra Terrestrial, for the Atari 2600. One of the first ones. Gotta admit, it wasn't the actual first one I pulled out of the bag of Atari 2600 games, but I saw that silver, and I'm like, ooh. The first game I pulled was a random game from a company I didn't even know. I didn't even know that actually owned the game. But then I saw that silver label, and I'm like, I wonder if this is a copy of that. And I grabbed the cart, and I saw the thing, and I'm like, that's just, come on, we got to do this one. We got to do this one, right? See if we can make this one work again. All right, it's almost like pulling it out of Alamogordo, only it's, you know, half a country away. So what do we got today for the cleaning utensils? Of course, toothbrush guys back in action. I did a little bit of research, and it should. We're going to have to deface this thing here in order to get the cartridge out of here, and we're actually going to open it today because, well, we're just going to have to. So anyway, we've got the old what does this say? PH00. It should be enough to get the screw that's right around here, right in poor ET's eyeball. We got that there. We got a spudger that'll help us open the cart. And yeah, towels, which we will use in a little bit. And we've got our wipes. As of course, we're gonna start by cleaning the cartridge. And you know, I got some more on the side here. So let's get to getting on this cartridge. Now, I know, everyone is all about calling this game the infamous name of the worst game of all time, by the famous and infamous Howard Scott Warshaw. Man, that came clean. Look at it, it's almost shiny with just those little wipes. Look at that. Look at how that dirt and dust and stuff on this cart. Yes, by the famous and infamous Howard Scott Warshaw. There we go. I didn't even know what the label was actually there. But here it is. There it is. There's some more of that stuff in there. We're gonna get a couple more of these wipes. We're gonna work on wipes a lot. This is a semi-enclosed area. I made a critical error on last week's video when I did the Sega Master System game. That being that I used a little bit too much isopropyl alcohol in the enclosed space, and therefore I suffered the consequences of being lightheaded for the remainder of that day and a little bit of the next day. So be careful, folks. If you're playing along at home trying to clean some cartridges, take a pro tip. And that pro tip is please don't use that much isopropyl alcohol. There we go. That's about as good as I think that label's going to get for now. I can get in there a little bit more later. Look at the sides and stuff of it. Isn't that cool? Isn't that cool how we're doing this? I don't know. I just think it's neat. you know, cleaning stuff up, you know, at least making it look neat. But that label, I almost don't want to do it. I almost don't want to stab poor E.T. in the eye, because the rest of the label actually came out pretty nice. So we're gonna do a couple more wipes on the side, on the bottom, and the back, and get this thing nice and plasticky clean here with these wipes. Now these wipes, you can go to town. You can use these in an enclosed area all day long, 7,000 times a day. Won't even matter. Look at that stuff coming off of here. Because these were I used these to clean those Chromebooks over where I work, and I didn't need to worry about that at all. But it's just, yeah, like when you have the open bottle, you know, it can really get you. So be careful, folks. I want you guys to be safe while you're trying to restore things. If you are taking a journey with me, if you are doing that, actually, I want to let you know. Please feel free to share some stories and or video, you know, with us here down below in the description or the comment section. Anyway, I know YouTube sometimes doesn't like when you share links or whatever, but you know, hit me up on like Twitter, or you know, like you know, pop into our we got our own little Discord too. I've never actually really advertised it too much, but I should probably put an invite out on the Discord. I think it's on the main channel page. I don't know. Maybe I'll put it on there. Again, terrible with media things, social media and all that stuff. So maybe I will just pop a link on there. Just hop on in, say hi, and then share your vid. And you know, if you want, I'll give you a shout out here on the show about your efforts, about how things are growing with you if you're trying to do some restorations. So this is pretty cool. Yeah, and we're looking pretty clean. I mean, it's not, again, we're not ever going to get them perfect. They're not going to be 100% perfect. So this here, I don't know exactly how this mechanism works, this dust cover. But we are going to have to look at this because, you know what happened last week, right? We got it all clean and then we took for granted. I can't even get to the other things. So here we go. Oh, sorry, E.T. Sorry. Ugh. I can hear it working its way. There we go. There we go. We'll take a look at the screw here. Doesn't look too bad. Looks old, but not too bad. All right, maybe a little rust on there, and then yeah, poor E.T. He's got a hole in his eye. All right, so this is where we start to try to pry with our things here, with our prying tools. Try to get this cart open. Now we should open it kind of like a clamshell, I'm imagining. Yeah, there's a seams here, but we don't want to go too far here because we don't want to rip the label in half. You know what I mean? So we're going to try to pry it open this way and see what we can see here. Let's see if we can. There we go. Oh, maybe it did come in half there. Well, hey, looking way better than the last time, that's for sure. And then there's that. There's a little cover there. I don't know how I'm going to put that back together, but look at that. Look at that, folks. That's actually not that bad. Maybe a little bit of brushing with the, maybe just a little bit of a brush, and then that's it. And then you'll have to figure out how this goes back together. We'll play around with that in a second, but man, that looks cool. I am hopefully going to be very surprised and happy if that works. We're going to take one of these. I'm just going to take one of these to it. One of these to the back. I'm sure there's some kind of like filament. Yeah, you can see it was a little dirty, but not too much. There we go. Look at that. That's all shiny. What about you guys? Did you guys ever play this one? Look at that, Atari 1982. That's cool. And I'm sure that there were some people that got this for Christmas and then went, wait, what is this? Am I falling down holes? What is happening? What is happening here? I got stories. I got stories. Don't you guys worry about that. I got stories for this game, for sure. But man, look at that. Again, this thing was completely submerged, and maybe it was that dust cover that kind of helped things out there. But even this, that is not bad. That does not look bad at all. These contacts don't look bad. You know, they're actually shiny now that they've hit. You know, now that we've hit them with the little wipe. I don't even know if I need to go any further with the brush. I might just skip the brush and just give it a whirl. All right. So let me just give it one more whirl here. And then we'll go over to test. Now for testing, my Retron 77 is not here in the studio. It's actually elsewhere. So we're going to take this whole thing with us to do the test. It's going to go on a journey, much like that of E.T. and Elliot themselves when they went to the forest, right? Look at that. Look how shiny that came out. Very impressed with that. Okay, cool. So we'll put this over here. Put that over there. Take a look at this. I mean, it's really not that bad. It's a shame that the thing just ripped in half. I was trying not to make it do that, but... And then there's this thing. But then it's spring. I don't know. I don't know how the spring works. I'm going to have to like look at like an old video or something to see how that comes back together. But anyway, yeah, like we were talking about before, a lot of people say this is, you know, not a great game or it's the worst game literally of all time. But I had a lot of fun when I was young playing this thing. I gotta tell you. And the reason why was because it was a game that, you know, after you kept playing and kept playing and kept playing, you could actually complete it. And it was the first one that I owned, or at least found, that ended, right? Everything else was a score chase or something like that. And I thought that was neat. Like, regardless of how frustrating the gameplay might be, and yeah, don't get me wrong, there were some frustrating moments in the game for sure. It's actually like really, you know, it was really neat to, you know, be able to finish it and go, oh man, I did it. You know, this was cool. I completed the game. So anyway, I don't know. Is there a way to put the thing back together without that, if in case I mess it up, putting it all back together? Because I do want to get the cartridge back together so it can fit into the system. But there we go. Get that out there. That's good enough there. Man, this could be the start of a happy little series here. Putting all this together. So I don't know if this. I think this went around, right? This went around it. Well, maybe just take this out, just so I can get in here and clean it. There we go. And you can see that it is meant to sit in there. The circle was meant to sit in here because it was sitting in here for a while. So it's actually meant to sit like in here, like this. So maybe that's what it is. It's meant to do this. That makes sense. And then what happens there? I don't know. This goes down. All right, this comes back up. But this must be the guard. The guard for the cartridge. Right, like this. Is that how it goes? It goes like that. And then this goes down like this. It sits in here maybe. And then maybe this and this sit there. I don't know. I don't know how the springs work. And then maybe because of the pressure, that's how that goes. But this definitely sits in here. This definitely sits like this. Or like this, I guess. Right? Like this. Yeah, that definitely sits in there like this. So technically, we could just do this, right? Right? And then it sits like that with no top on. But we want to kind of put the top on, don't we? Yeah. How's that going to work? And then it would push down. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. You push it down, and then by pushing it down, it pushes this down. Yeah. I guess as you push it down, it pushes it out. I don't know. It kind of makes sense, right? So it just sits there. But then you don't want to... I mean, they probably had, you know, machines do this, right? There's that there. I think I got it. I think I got it. Right? Like that. There you go. That looks right. That looks right. And then we got to slide this guy in here. Right? Slide it in so it fits in. It's almost there. I'm almost there. There we go. Right? Like that. Right? And then you would just hope that that's a thing. And then you pop it in. All right? Then you put this back on here like this. Right? Snap this together. Boom, boom, boom. I think I got it. I think I got it. Right? I still can't push like I normally, yeah, like I wasn't able to push before. But let's see. I mean, worst case scenario is I got to pop it out while I'm on site here on the other place, and then crack that bad boy open again. All right, there you go. There it is. There's that, and then you got the cart back together, and then we just, and hopefully this thing will press in, and this will press in, and that's a thing, and it'll fit in. So we are down to probably me fast forwarding a couple minutes through that, but we're ready to test, so let's do it. All right, here we are in the other testing zone in our undisclosed location known as the other office. And put this down here, and I'm gonna just kind of quickly show you around real quick. Take this guy here. There is our Retron 77. There is our weapon of choice right here, the 7800 controller. We're gonna pop me back here, and we've got our ET game cartridge. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this into the Retron 77, and we're going to see what's going on. All right, we've got a good connection. Do we have anything? Yes! Yes! We've got it. It's working. Let me go see down here on the mouse. I don't know if I can hear any of the sound coming through. Let me see if I can hear any of the sound. It says that the USB audio capture is going wild. I can't hear anything because I have my feedback shut off. So hopefully you guys can hear some awesome ET sounding music. Forgive me for the like the squishiness of the video. This is very ad hoc. I'm just doing this so I can get this done. Very excited that it's working. Gonna go ahead and hit play here. There he is. There he is. He's ready to rock. Yes. I might need to get a new controller. Oh. Got a piece. Got a piece. That's working. This controller is shot, so I need a new controller. That's disappointing. Could have sworn that this one was my go-to controller, but looks like I need a new. Yeah, it doesn't want to go up. I can hit these buttons, and those work, but it doesn't look like the controller itself is actually working. I need some new controllers, folks. But I can do this and make him run. I can do this. He doesn't run to the right, and it doesn't look like he wants to go up. So all those things on this controller are broken, but it does function. It does function. Let's do a reset here. And then just to help you along, yeah, I can't go up, but I can go down into the left. So we'll go down. There we go. There's this. There we can go here and get our little Reese's Pieces on. Oh, there's that guy. He's coming for me. Get out of here, guy. I'm running. I'm gonna outrun you. Ah, ran right into a pit. So let's see. I can't push up. Can't push up on the controller, so that's not gonna help me out. But it's working, man. It's working. That is very, very cool. So we're gonna go to, I guess, another ad hoc wrap up here, and talk a little bit more about this. Let's go. All right, so here we are, folks, sitting here with a working copy of E.T. the Extra Terrestrial. Look at its beauty. Look at its majesty as it sits there in the Retron, still actually on. If I can point it in the right direction, still actually on from where I was recording here in OBS. Very, very cool stuff. We got another one, guys. First it was a Game Boy with some Tetris and a little light. We had a little miss last week, but we're back in action, making stuff work that was real wet. Very, very interesting to see the difference between the silicone that was on that Master System game and the silicone here on this Atari 2600 game. Makes me wonder, was the battery the thing? So maybe next week we can go back and see maybe another Sega Master System game, or press on, try another Nintendo game. I don't know. Maybe that'll be a poll for the Good Times Club. We'll just keep going. But this one is working, so we'll have to find a way to display it, maybe here at the office, maybe back in the studio, just kind of like say, hey, we got one. Very cool. And, now I got to do just, a little more polish or something on there. And of course, all these things are going to retain some character. This is all dinged up and, they got probably kicked or stepped on or something like that as we were cleaning up. But very cool. Very cool. And, it's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of fitting, right? Like you find the ET game, it's got all dirt on it, you clean it up and then it works. These things are 40 years old. And they went through all this like crazy stuff, sat around for a year with all this dust and grime on it, got cleaned up, and they're working like a charm. Very cool stuff. So anyway, we have reached the end of a video here on Bacon Ice Cream Productions, and that means one thing and one thing only. We've got to say thank you to the members of the Good Times Club. So, thank you to the EverCanadian. Thank you to George Games. Thank you to Crimson Cross. Thank you to Chris Westerman. Thank you to Phantom Fiction. Thank you to Skeletrex. And thank you to Lloyd R. Jim, all for being members of the Good Times Club. And because of the Good Times Club, well, I mean, that's how things like this have happened. You guys have voted on it. You guys are pushing me to do cool things, and we're trying to deliver as much as we can here on Bacon Ice Cream Productions for you guys. New stuff coming soon, and of course, probably another one of these next week. Very excited for all the new things coming to the channel. And again, all thanks to the Good Times Club for all of your help. So, with that being said, well, we will catch you next time for some good times and possibly some restorations. I'm Rich, and we will see you guys later. Take it easy, guys.
RTFC.baconicecream.com